Hi, and welcome back to Let's Talk About with Richa. And today I have an amazing guest, Alessandro, and I've been his client, and he's an amazing business coach. And thank you, Alessandro, for taking out time to be with us today. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much, Richa, for inviting me here. It's an honor. We worked together for a while, and I love to have an interview with you and talk a little about our mindset, how we see at business. But anyway, I'm the founder of a club called the Escape 9 to 5 Club. And the reason why I founded it is because a long time ago, I used to be an employee and I didn't like my job, basically. Just like long story short, I was an employee, I was a web designer, but I wanted to change it. I wanted to regain my freedom and I wanted to have more flexibility. So I didn't know where to look for information or where to look for an answer to my questions. And I thought, okay, what if I create a community of other people that are in my same position? They are employees and they want to escape, they want to become full-time entrepreneurs or digital nomads, as they call them. So I created this community, and this community automatically attracted all these people that were in my same situation. And we started working with each other. We started supporting each other, getting in touch with each other every day. And little by little, this community grew. And at the end of this long journey that took years, at the end of this, now I'm working with clients and I'm basically teaching them how to quit their job and how to create a profitable and successful business and work wherever they want, whenever they want, with the clients they want.
Oh, amazing. I love the time I had with you. And you, in your teaching, and your programs, you teach exactly what you do and what you did, but also what you do. And what I love about you is that you keep yourself updated with new hacks, new things. And so what motivates you to, be updated and give whatever you have just freely, because you're very open. And another thing I love about me, before you answer, is that you are so available, because that is one thing I remember we talked about, that a lot of coaches have other people they delegate to, but you are very approachable. So what was your mindset, or what were you thinking when you set up the programs that you have and the way you work?
Absolutely. Well, when you want to work with clients, I think that the most important thing that you have to figure out is like put yourself in your potential client's shoes and think, would someone hire me or buy my product or get my service? Like if I would be on the other part of the screen, would I hire this person? Would I buy a product? And I asked myself the same questions. And when I started, what I wanted from a coach or from a mentor was availability. It was the possibility to reach out to this person when I had a problem. And I wanted to talk with a real person. I didn't want to feel like a number. Many times when you join a coaching program or a group coaching program, you feel like a number. The other person teaching doesn't know anything about you. There is no connection. And this is not what I wanted when I started. When I started, I said, okay, I want to hire someone because I need help. But I want this person to be in touch with me, to know who I am, and to have the possibility to talk with him or her whenever I have a problem. So when I created my program, I started with this approach. I started, okay, what do they need? What do my clients need? And I thought, yeah, definitely they want to be kept accountable from me, but they want to reach out to me anytime they want. If they have a problem, if they're working on the strategy, they want to talk with me. So it doesn't make sense to, create a pre-recorded program they can watch, but then they have no one to interact with. I thought it's better if I'm there. And if they hire me, they hire me. They don't hire someone else. They don't hire a pre-recorded program. And going to the first part of your question, the reason why I want to keep myself updated and stay, updated with everything that is happening in my industry. The thing is that I decided to create this new career for myself because I'm passionate about like online marketing. I love it. In the past, I didn't love what I used to do, but right now I love what I do. And when you love what you do, it's not work. you do it because you love it. I love to talk about online marketing. I love to talk about promotion. I love to talk about growing your audience. So for me, it's like I have a passion, I have a hobby, and I can talk about it. So I would do it all day long. And that's why for me, it's not a big deal to be updated with everything that is happening in the industry, because I want to know what's going on in the industry. And plus, you know it, Richa, you know that in technology and marketing, everything is changing constantly. It's changing really fast. So if you don't keep yourself updated, you're going to be left behind. And I see too many people using techniques that used to work years and years ago, and they're not working right now as well as they used to work. So you have to keep yourself updated and see what's working at the moment, because marketing is always the same, but techniques and technology, it's all changing,
it's
constantly
all changed,
changing.
It's the same, but the format have changed, or the tools that we use have changed, or the platforms might change, but more or less the same way of reaching people and connecting with people. So if we go back to what you said, but when you didn't like what you did, when you were working for somebody and you wanted to go into a field where you were passionate, could you talk about, because I think a lot of people suffer or are afraid to take that leap, to go, like, leave the 9 to 5 for something that is unsafe, unpredictable, and you're still working. Some in 9 to 5 you have the hours and you leave the work behind, but once you decide to go as an entrepreneur or start for yourself, you might be in the beginning working 24/7, and a lot of people understand that. What was your mindset? Man, what were you thinking, and what was your mindset when it comes to money? Because that's where it is difficult for people to make the decision if they have a lot of responsibilities, children, loans, house, whatever, to actually take that leap. What was your mindset, and what have you seen in your clients? What are their mindset?
That's a great question. That's a great question. And everyone goes through this problem, through this struggle of working and like juggling between work and a side hustle that you want to make it become your full-time career. Okay, I may talk for 2 hours about this because it's a big topic, but I will try to summarize it. When I did this switch, when I tried to do this switch, I used to work like 8 hours per day in an office. I used to commute 2 hours per day. So basically 10 hours on my day, I wasn't available. I couldn't do anything. So I have to work on my spare time when I was back home and in my weekend. And my situation was a little better than many other people because I have clients who have kids, who have like, what it takes when you have a family, when you have a lot of other responsibilities. Like, it's way more difficult. Like, for me, I can say that I was luckier than many other people because I could come back home and then start working on my computer and work with my clients, or in the weekend I could put the time. But there are other people that have less time that I used to have, right? So what I suggest is two things actually. Number one, you have to focus on what matters. Since you have limited amount of time, you can't do everything at the same time. You can't do everything that you want to do, right? Because when you want to create a business, you have to put so many hats. You have to grow your business. You have to create content. You have to reach out to your clients. Like, it's a ton of stuff. You can get overwhelmed. So since you don't have all the time in the world, what you should focus on is, look, if I want to create a new business, what do I need to survive with this business? I need clients and I need income. This is what you have to focus on right now. Like, I know that you want to have a website. I know that you want to have a big following on your social media platforms. I know that you want many things, but all these things are secondary. Okay. What you have to do at the beginning with the short time that you have, with the small time that you have, is to understand what you want to do for your clients. What is the problem that you can solve? Because, marketing is problems and solutions. You then need to find people with a problem that you can fix. That's it. You have to use your time to find these people and to have a normal conversation with them as you would do in the real life. Imagine that you are in this big event in person with a lot of people, and in front of you, you have all these people that have a problem that you can fix. What do? You talk with them one-to-one, and you tell them what you do, and you ask them if they want to work with you. Online, you have to do the same thing. Like, what is the problem that you can fix? Now, where are the people with this problem? Reach out to them one by one, because you're starting in the moment, and be honest. Tell them, look, I'm starting my business right now. This is what I can help you with. What about start working together? Obviously, I'm starting right now, so I have to lower my rates. I'm not going to charge you what other experts in my area are going to charge you. I'm going to charge you like a little, and it's going to be a win-win situation, because I'm going to make an income. I'm going to start working with this. I will experience, and you will get help. So what about it? You have a normal conversation. Probably the person is going to say no, but maybe the person is going to say yes. And you don't need much. You need a couple of clients to start. You need a couple of clients going to say yes. It's going to make you, first of all, it's going to motivate you, because you realize that actually someone is willing to pay you for your help. That's great. That's already a big motivation that is going to help you. And then, you need to start little by little, and you need to be patient. This is unfortunately what many people don't have right now. They are not patient.
I know.
Because we are bombarded by this information of, you have to make a lot of money right now. You have to make 6 figures now, 7 figures now. Do a webinar, you're gonna make 6 figures in a single webinar. You are bombarded from this information. We have to go back to basics. Look, it's not simple. It takes time. You have to be patient. Everything you want to create, it takes time and it takes effort. So let's go back to be humble. And let's start little by little with a few clients, getting paid a little less, growing experience, getting testimonials. The thing is that you have to understand that it's a long way, okay? You're not gonna have an established business in a month. It's not like this. It takes a while. And this leads me to the second thing. The second thing is create habits that allows you to do the same thing over and over. Actually, there is a book that I read, and I suggest this book to everyone who's watching if you haven't read it. The book is called The Slight Edge. And it's really simple. It has a really simple concept, but it's so powerful. This book tells you about the fact that success is not about a single action, something that you do like a big, bold action. Success is about doing the same thing every single day, finding a healthy habits or a routine that you need to have every day, and doing it consistently, because it's going to create a compound effect. So let's assume that to find clients, I have to talk with 3 people per day. I have to reach out to 3 people per day on Facebook. Let's say that. Like, I have to get on a Facebook group, find these people I can help, and talk with 3 people per day. Okay. I do this every day for 30 days in a row. It's not going to take you much time. Maybe it's going to take you 30 minutes of your day. But at the end of the month, you talk with 90 people. So I assume that among the 90 people, you get at least 1 client, because there will be 1 person who's going to say yes, who's going to say, okay, let's try it. So in a month, doing always the same thing, that is a healthy habit to get you closer to the goal, you get a client. Maybe the next month, you're going to get 2 clients. So as you can see, it's a compound effect. It's a snowball effect. It takes time, but eventually it's going to happen. So yeah, you need to be patient. You need to have healthy habits, and you need to focus on results. And results is create a side income.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. And I totally agree with you that being constant and doing something continuously, making it a habit, that is what makes, I think, is the difference between people who succeed and people who see this as not working for me. There is because they are not constant in, as you're saying, reaching out to people. That's what I see with a lot of my clients. They are a little bit scared. They're a little bit, what do you call it, a little bit shamed to use their network and to reach out and say, hey, could you help me share this video? Maybe you don't need it, but somebody else need it, and people are very, what do you call it, withdrawn to tap into their network. I see that a lot with my clients. And as you said, it's a numbers game. right? So if you have reached out to 90 people, it's a big chance that 30% of the 90 people will respond to you and say yes. You know, it's the
Yeah,
always.
and obviously, sorry for interrupt you, Richard. And obviously, like it depends how you reach out to these people, right? At the
Of course.
beginning, obviously, you will make a lot of mistakes. Like I receive a lot of messages on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram from people that are just promoting to me, and I have no idea who they are. So I would never buy from them. I would never even reply to those messages, right? So it depends how you do it. And I try to summarize everything, but obviously there is a strategy to use. There is a way to reach out to people, to actually have a conversation with them, to create trust before you're gonna even promote your product, before you're gonna even come up with a call to action. It's not that I send you a message, we're total strangers, and I say, Richa, I found you in this Facebook group. Look, I'm an expert with blah blah blah. What do you think about working together? You're never gonna reply to my message, right? But if I have a normal conversation with you, as you would do in the real life, like in real life, if you meet a stranger, it's not that you go straight for the pitch, right? You create trust first. So there is a strategy to do this. I'm not saying that is simple, but at the beginning, maybe if you don't have guidance, you're going to make a lot of mistakes and you're going to learn from your mistakes. But then little by little, you will start to learn how to approach someone, have a conversation, create trust. And as you said, at the end of the month is a number game. It's a number game. Eventually, someone is going to say yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. And no, I love this. It is also bringing back a lot of things that I need to do. It's like, oh, I haven't done that in the lately. But as you said, you know, choose a few things that you make it happen, and then you go to the next one. I attended one of your boot camps before I actually bought your coaching service, and I loved the boot camp. And you have a boot camp coming up any very soon. Could you tell us a little bit about your boot camp?
Yeah, definitely. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about it. My bootcamp is exactly about what I said, basically.
Yeah, I know.
So my expertise is about getting clients. So that's what I help my clients with. I help my clients get their own clients. And in my boot camps that I run every now and then, I run them live. So I'm there live for 3 days with everyone who decide to join my boot camps. And there in this 3 days, I teach exactly what I do. Now, in the past, I used to do 5 days, but then I realized that, I can't just put everything together in 3 days, and it could be a little more effective because I understand that 5 days, maybe it's a little too long for many people. And so I thought, okay, let's put all the content in 3 days. Let's make it like more straight to the content, like focus on the content. And what I teach in these 3 days is exactly what I do on a daily basis. Because at the beginning of this interview, Richard, you told me like you teach your method, but it's actually what you do. It's not that you're teaching something that you're not doing. Well, I teach exactly what I do to get clients. And at the end, it's all about having the right call to action. As I said, it's about reaching out to people and ask, because you need to ask, you need to create trust, and you need to ask, and how to basically convert your followers or convert strangers that you find online into clients for the call to action that you have. So this is what I do in my bootcamp. I teach the entire strategy step by step. And obviously, I give assignments, I give homework that people have to complete before they can move to the following lesson.
It's amazing. Yeah, I loved your boot camp, and it's very easy to follow. And I think it's a very, very good place to have the right mindset. But what I've also seen with your boot camp and your services, it's all about creating that confidence that because you're teaching what you do and it's working for you, you automatically become confident because there are a lot of systems out there and a lot of them work. But to be able to make it so easy so anybody can use it and get clients. And but you often use Clubhouse. That's you try to get me on Clubhouse too, and I did do it for a little while, but then I had to jump off because it became too intense for me. But so if anybody is watching and they are big on Clubhouse, then go and follow Alessandro and 9 to 5 Club there as well, because it's some amazing topics you have, and you have some amazing people you work with who will also add value to your groups. So yeah, it's amazing. And Alessandro, we can reach you both on Instagram and Facebook, and you actually have your own YouTube channel, right? Where you put
Correct.
out a lot of free content. So people go and see and follow and subscribe to his channel, because there are a lot of really good content there. And thank you again, Alessandro, for joining us today. And we will put out all the information about the bootcamp. See it and go and join it, because you will not regret it. It is one of the best thing I invested my money on. So thank you, Alessandro, again.
Thank you so much, Richa. Thank you very much.